Hi guys, it's Diddley here, and I've got some combat mission footage from Hara Dunes on Medal of Honor Warfighter. Now, on the first video I put out of this, it was only a short clip just to say that I played for about an hour and a half, and I was enjoying the game. That's still not changed. I'm still really enjoying this game for the multiplayer aspect at least, not the single player, because I still have not touched it, and to be honest, I don't think I'm going to, because I really can't be bothered. But I am enjoying the multiplayer side of things. What I will say is that I can completely understand where all the criticism has come from online. Some of the reviews that have been given out have been a little bit too harsh, like IGN and their 4 out of 10. Don't think it deserves such a low score. I would have put it really in about 7, possibly 8, but I can completely understand why people do not like this game. And that is because of a dirty C word that crops up in a lot of FPS, and that is camping. Which is something I don't like to do. I don't consider what I do in games as camping if I'm playing an objective-based game, because you've always got to be on the lookout for the enemies and you've got to keep yourself alive if you're going to play the objective. However, I can see a lot of players who just refer to staying in one area as the C word. I can understand why they would say that. This game does require a lot of slow movements. You have to check all your corners, you have to take it easy. If you're going to rush in there, you will get killed and you will lose tickets very fast. This particular game mode is a lot like Battlefield 3 Rush mode, where you've got a set number of objectives you've got to get through to complete the mission, and on this game we are attacking. Now I've just noticed they set the charge before and the enemy actually managed to defuse it. That then puts the charge in a new location, which happens to be directly in front of where I was standing. That was very lucky for me, so I can just run in there and plant that. The guy that I'm playing with, War Terminator, one of my buddies, he's playing as a sniper, and he's looking to be covering objectives from further away, and just to make sure that nobody can sneak up onto me, and he's out there on the left hand side watching the objectives there. And I'm just holed up in this building here just to make sure nobody can rush through here and get behind our guys that are watching the end of the street. Also had a good position to see the first objective, and luckily this second part of the objective, which was respawned here after the enemy defused the first one. So it was a decent spot, mostly luck, which I'm happy about. I got the points for rearming, but yeah, it was a decent spot anyway to watch. And what you're seeing a lot of the footage that I will be putting up, and indeed most of the commentators that are putting footage online about this game, is that they are taking it slow. You have to. It's the only way you're going to survive in this game. Run and gun will only get you so far, especially in the objective based mode, so it is better just to take it easy, slow down and check everything out. Also, iron sights work a hell of a lot better, or scoped view, anything looking down a sight will work a hell of a lot better than if you're using the hipfire, because I found hipfire isn't as effective as it is in Battlefield 3. I'm not sure why that is. I think obviously it's just the coding of the game, but the hipfire just tends to be absolutely terrible. You're a lot better at aiming down your sights and taking it easy. So I just want to talk to you a little bit about the few things that I'm enjoying in this game, because there's a hell of a lot of negatives out there at the moment. As I mentioned before, the IGN review is a 4 out of 10, and as a general rule I don't tend to trust reviews because it is just the opinion of one person or maybe a couple of people, and that's not necessarily the same as your own. I do think it's worth actually trying a game out before you have or you form your own opinion on it, but I do understand it costs a lot of money to do it that way, because obviously you're buying the game. That costs what, £40 where I'm from, $60, $60 from the US and elsewhere, so it's an expensive way to do it. I actually got this game for free because I traded in 3 titles that I wasn't playing anymore. That obviously helped me out a lot because I didn't actually pay anything physically for it, although I'd bought those games before. I'm not playing them, so why not get rid of them? So for me, obviously very happy, not paid anything out and got a decent game, so that's great. So I think generally the gunplay is very solid. The mechanics of it, the aiming, everything is very solid in this game, so you won't be disappointed by that. Although, as I said before, you do have to take it a little bit easier. You can't just rush around, or if you do, it doesn't last as long and you might get frustrated. Watch this, guided missile through the roof, triple kill. That's one of the things that I'm very happy about. So yeah, the gunplay, solid, really enjoy it. There were a few people moaning, saying issues with hitboxes and not being able to get proper detection. You do get that in every online game, and bear in mind this has only just come out. So depending on where you are in the world, what server you're playing on, that sort of thing, I can see you would be getting issues. Myself, I've not had anything that's been notable that has been that much of an issue for me to start playing. But again, this depends on where you are in the world and who you're connecting to and what server you're connected to, that sort of thing. So I can understand that people might have had that sort of issue as well. And another thing that I think they've done really well, and hats off to Danger Close for this, is that buddy system. Although I'm sick of seeing the word buddy, it's lost its meaning for me now because it pops up on screen like every 5 seconds. You've got a buddy kill, buddy got your kill, you've done a buddy saviour, you've saved your buddy, buddy this, buddy that. Fuck off, seriously. But that system has been implemented so well. I don't think there is another game out there that requires this amount of teamwork or at least binding to your friendly units. Because if you can find somebody that you know to buy this game and play with you, it is a completely different experience to if you would just come online and play with some random that you don't know. If you've got a buddy, you're more inclined to be watching each other, you can talk to each other, you know each other's play style. It's a lot easier for you two to get on and get down to business, go and get them objectives, go and get them kills, whatever the game mode is you're playing. It's a lot easier for you to do that with somebody that you know. Basically the buddy system allows you, for those that don't know, you can heal off your buddy, you can resupply off your buddy as well. So as long as you're together, basically you've got all the things that you will need. Similar to a squad in Battlefield 3, you know, you've got your medic and you've got your support guy who can hand out the ammo and the medical supplies, that sort of thing. Exactly the same here. You stick close to your buddy. Fuck, I am so sick of hearing that word. Stick close to him and you will be a lot more of a force to be reckoned with in this game than if you were to just run around on your own. And like I said, that, although I think it's awesome the way they've implemented it, I don't know if it's going to be to everybody's taste, simply because it requires you to slow down a bit, and that's something that a lot of first-person shooter players don't like to do. They like to run around, they like to rack up kills. I don't want to generalise here, but it's mainly sort of the Call of Duty fan base, and there is nothing wrong with that. It's a completely legitimate way to play the game, but I don't think it's going to suit your play style if you come into this game, because I mean, it may do. You may end up racking up so many kills, you may end up wiping the map of enemies, but I don't think that's how this game was designed to be playing. And I found that in particular those people that are worried about kill death ratios, mine has been a hell of a lot lower when I've just took it easy and decided not to bother going to run and gun and just checking every single damn place that I can before I move out. Especially if you got your buddy, look at that on screen, buddy headshot, buddy kill. Fuck off with that word. So overall, I am really enjoying this game. However, I'm not sure how many of you I can recommend it to, simply because the pacing is so much different to Battlefield 3 or Call of Duty. I'm trying not to bring up comparisons, but let's face it, those are the two modern day shooters that this is going to be compared to, simply because there's nothing here that hasn't been done before in either of those two games, other than that buddy system, which is effectively like a smaller squad, and hats off to Danger Close, they've implemented that very, very well, but there is nothing here that's bringing anything new to the table. That said, if you can get it at a reduced price, it's at least going to hold you over for a couple of weeks, and who knows, if you can get a friend involved, you might just enjoy it as much as I do. So that's it from me. I hope you've enjoyed this gameplay and commentary, and if you've got any questions or comments or opinions on Medal of Honor Warfighter, pop them in the comment section below. I'd love to hear what you guys think of the game, and I will see you all in the next video.